Hey, 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 it's Miss A, your friendly neighborhood therapist, coming through today to talk about how to find the right therapist for you. How do you know if you got the right therapist? Huh? How do you know? So, I'm going to give you 10 ways. I'm going to give you the 10 ways and then I'm going to backtrack and touch on them just a tad bit. First one, profile. Read the therapist profile and read it all the way through. I'm going to say that again. Read the profile and read it all the way through. Do not skim through it. Do not just look over it. Read the whole thing. That's why it's there. And then determine if you want to reach out to the therapist or just look further as far as what insurance they may accept, all of those different things in their specialties. Number two, you don't have to make a decision after your first session. What I tend to do after the first session, I'll ask somebody, so what do you think? You want to come back? Most times they'll say yes. Some people may say, you know what, I'm going to think about it. And that's okay because it's just the first session. It's not easy finding a therapist for a lot of people. So you got to give people time, right? You can't like rush somebody into a thing like buying a car on a lot. All right. Number three, it's okay to say, you know what? I don't think it's a good fit for me. I'm going to keep looking. I appreciate that more than somebody that'll come and then not come. Say they're going to show up, then they don't show. Like, I can appreciate that more than that, right? So it's okay for you after your first session or maybe your second session or whatever to be like, I don't think this is going to be a good fit. I'm just going to keep looking. Nothing personal. Hear what I just said? Nothing personal, just not a good fit. Number four, type of therapy. There are different therapeutic regimens that people use: CBT, dialectical behavior therapy, EMDR. Some people use play therapy, animal therapy. There's so many different types of therapy. So research it. Find out if you're looking for a therapist that specializes in a certain thing. If you want a therapist that specializes in trauma, it's okay. It's all right. Then look for that. And when I was going back to talking about the profile, right? It says that on the sides. You can just click. If you want a therapist that, let's say, has a specialty or specializes or certified in EMDR, click. All of the therapists that are certified, that's on Psychology Today in your area. EMDR is certified. I'm getting tongue twisted. All right. Ethnicity or culture, number five. Some people may not think that matters, but how many of you do know it matters? I have had more women of color in the last year seek me for therapy since I've been in the field, since I've had my own practice. And I think that's an amazing thing. And I can only speak from my own personal experience that when I was growing up, we didn't believe in therapy. My mother didn't believe in that. Nobody in my family did. So we just had to deal with the pink elephants in the room. We just had to deal with the trauma and the chaos and the dysfunction and not tell anyone. So, for a lot of people in specific ethnicities and cultures that really don't believe in seeing therapists, that's a big thing. So, if you feel like you want to find a therapist that is of your same ethnicity, absolutely. You can type in woman of color, man of color, Hispanic woman, Hispanic male. Or if it doesn't matter, don't matter. But just know it's okay because this is your mental health and your well being. It is all right to say that this is what you want. Your comfort level. All right. So, would you be comfortable with a therapist dressed like me? So, today is Friday. I'm in the office. I have a client at 5, but I'm dressed down today. You may not be comfortable looking at a therapist that got on a hoodie. Now, don't mean I dress like this every day now. I may wear a blazer, may wear cardigans or whatever, but you got to be comfortable with that therapist no matter what. I can be a little ghetto. Yes, I can. It's just in me. I can be a little hood too. And I'm originally from the South, so it's just in me, right? But the thing is, I'm still professional. I bring who I am in the room, just like all the other therapists do. They bring who they are in the room with them. You have to know if you're comfortable with that. And if you're not, it's okay. I use humor a lot. That's because that's who I am. Some people say I miss my calling. But that's just who I am. I am a spiritual person as well. So that comes in the room sometimes. So know what your comfort level is. Number 7, support. You want to ensure that your therapist is supportive of what you're trying to do and where you're trying to go, and how fast or how slow you want to go. Let me explain this. There are some people that are looking for therapists that have a lot of trauma, a lot of mental, emotional issues. Could be physical abuse, survivors of domestic violence, PTSD, a variety of different things. Now imagine this. You've already been through all those things in life, and now you're reaching out to someone who you don't know, right? And you have to unpack all of your life and all of your stuff and everything that you've been through, and even going back to your childhood later during the sessions, right? But you want to know that that therapist is going to be supportive of you, not judgmental, okay? But supportive of you and where you're trying to go and what you've been through. It's not to us to be sitting here talking about you lying. Oh, that sounds made up. None of that. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So that's number 7. You want to definitely have a supportive therapist and professional. You want a therapist that's about his or her business. Okay. Okay. Now, I've told you I can be a little hood sometimes because it's in me, but I also know how to be professional. It is what it is. And you want your therapist to know what they're doing. Now, you have time to kind of see that over time, right? But if you find that this therapist ain't professional and show up late, okay, cancel appointments at the last minute, all of that kind of stuff, listen, find you another one. Number 9, growth. You want a therapist that's going to allow you to grow. And here's what I mean by that. As you build a therapeutic relationship with a therapist, after a while, after you build a therapeutic rapport, there's going to come a time when you and your therapist have built up a therapeutic alliance where your therapist might challenge you. Yes, 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 yes. Your therapist might challenge you on some distorted beliefs, right? Your therapist may challenge you on, some of the things that you've been doing, some behaviors that you may have been repeating, but it's all for your growth. It's not to stunt you. It's not to hurt you, but it's to help you grow. And once you build that therapeutic alliance, yes, you may be challenged on some of those behaviors and beliefs, but that's the only way you're going to be able to see that it's distorted thinking. Number 10, you want a therapist that shows that they care. Now, we all know people that are in their field because of the money or whatever, or maybe they just burnt out, maybe they're just jaded. I don't know. But you want to have a sense that your therapist cares about you, your process, your mental and emotional health. You want to know that. I know I would, right? And it's okay. Those are just 10 things. Those are just 10. Okay, that's just the beginning. That's just the beginning. Now, I'm going to go back to the profile for a minute. When you go on Psychology Today, if that's the site that you use to find a therapist, please, and please, ma'am and sir, please read it all the way through. You know how many people would say to me, oh, so, do you accept... Did you read the profile? Oh, no, I didn't read it all the way to the bottom. And it's not a big deal, right? But when you're making an investment, even if you have insurance, even if you're paying out of pocket, but this is an investment in your mental and emotional health. Take the time to read a person's profile so that you won't find yourself, surprised My light just went off. You won't find yourself surprised um, because you didn't read the profile. You know, I'm amazed at people that don't read it all the way through and then they ask me a question about something that was in the profile. Just saying. If you have any further questions, just stay tuned because I'm going to bring more content like this. And I want to tell you this. For those of you that are thinking, you know what, I might need a therapist, but I'm not sure. You know, people say this or that, or I don't have the time. Listen, let me tell you something. When you have been in enough emotional and mental pain, hear what I say. You will make the investment in your time to see about you. Because at the end of the day, who's going to take care of you if you don't take care of you? Who going to do it? Huh? So think about it that way as an investment in you. You give it a try and see. We do it with food. We do it with this. We do it with that. We shop. We buy stuff. We don't like it. Guess what we do? Send it back. If you don't like the therapist, guess what? Send him or her back. Find you another one, right? But it's worth being happy. It's worth dealing with your past. It's worth just starting over again and having someone that can support you along the way. Therapy is the bomb, y'all. Thebomb.com. I'm just saying. Thebomb.com. And I'm going to come along some more times on YouTube and just talk about, we're going to have our little therapy sessions. And you can leave comments below if you have any more questions for me. But this is a start. Here are the 10 ways to find a good therapist for you. Stay amazing, people.